or Hai. Zamboanga, the city on Philippines, on the island of Mindanao in the region the Peninsula Zamboanga. It is the third of the diplomat cities on Philippines that is included in the category of the large cities. The status diplomat to the city is given in 1936. It is also independent, not entering other provinces city, equivalent to certain province. Borders on the neighboring province, Zamboanga Sabigi. The area -1483 km. The population -774,407 inhabitants. The city was founded in 1635 by Spaniards as fortress for defense of the minding attacks from Moros people. Zamboanga is on the southernmost tip of the peninsula of the same name. She is separated by 460 nautical miles from Manila, 365 miles from the city of Kota Kinabalu in Malaysia, and 345 miles from Manado in Indonesia. A distance in 372 nautical miles separates Zamboanga from the city of Cebu, and 340 miles from the city of Davao. The territory of the city, the Sea Sulu in the west washes, the Celebes Sea and the Passage Basilan in the south, Moro Gulf in the east. The territory of the city is adjoined by several small islands, from which Great Santa Cruz is most known. It serves as the vacation spot, is located in half an hour of driving the boat from the city, and is famous for beaches with pink sand. This sand is formed by a coral crumb of reddish or pink color. Climate. Zamboanga is out of an area of coverage of typhoons. From March to May, hot and chilly. Temperature reaches 22 C. From June to October there are rains. Record temperatures -38. 7 C on August 15, 1999, the lowest -15 C on February 27, 1965. History. At the beginning of the 13th century the city carried the name Zamboanga, in translation, the city of flowers. Originally here different ethnic groups of Malayans from the islands of Sulu, Subanona, Tosig, Yakana and other which ancestors in turn came from the Malay Peninsula migrated. In the 15th century the region Sula and Mindanao underwent Islamization. The city was a part of a Sultanate Sula. The Spaniards who appeared here in 1596 were forced to struggle with Moors. That is the local Muslims inhabiting the district of Cotabato at first. To this area in 1635, in the period of government of the Governor-General of Philippines Juan Jereza de Salamanca, 300 soldiers, new Spaniards from Mexico City, accompanied by 1,000 Cebuanets were sent. The Captain Juan de Chavez ordered group. In the most southern part of the island, on the bank of the Gulf Basilan, the fortress of San Jose, for control of Muslim pirates was put. It was also the fact of foundation of the city of Zamboanga. In the following 1636, Spaniards already won a victory over pirates Tagalsami, and took significant production, treasures and slaves. Later, since 1718, the city was left without garrison, but contained as colony. Here missionaries Jesuits began to act actively. Then the governor of Manila of Fernando de Bustillo Bustamante and Rueda decided to place dawn in the city of army again, to demolish old fortress and to build new. In the 18th century, Zamboanga played a role of the main naval base of Spaniards in the southern part of Philippines. During fight of Spaniards against Americans, Zamboanga remained a stronghold of the Spanish troops, and they left her only in 1899. Americans, having established the dominion on Philippines, founded the province of Moro with the center in Zamboanga. History was become by the General John Pershing, known as Black Jack, repressing local rebels. Population. The city has such epithets as beautiful Zamboanga and the Latin city of Asia. The ethnic Malayans who moved from the continent were his most ancient population. Subsequently, their most part mixed up with the Spanish colonists, as a part of the modern population mestizos prevail. Creole language, Chabacano. Chavacano. By D. Zamboanga, evolved from Spanish, here is extended in life. Language has the Spanish, Castilian, lexicon, but the syntax and separate grammatical rules are taken from local languages. Many inhabitants speak also Spanish and in English. The economy is directed mainly to processing of agricultural products and fishery. 70% of the population are employed in these industries. Near coast of Zamboanga, one of species of seaweed, Euchuma cotoni, which is used in different industries as raw materials, grows. Therefore, for commercial purposes, he is grown up artificially. In economy of the city, fishing of sardines figures prominently. Sardines are exported to other regions of Philippines and to the countries of Europe, the Near and Far East, to the USA. About 15,000 workers work at 8 canneries. In day, about 1,000 tons of canned food are produced. In Zamboanga also rubber, copra and abacus fruit is produced, pearls are grown up, processing of wood of valuable tropical breeds of trees is presented. Education in Zamboanga is constructed on the American sample. In education, the leading language, English. Schools are subdivided into public and private. Occupations begin in June and come to an end in March. Some colleges have 2 semesters, in June-October the 1st, and in November-March the 2nd. In the city, educational institutions of 5 levels: preschool, elementary schools, 6 years of training, high schools, 4 years, are presented, and colleges and the universities follow further. In higher educational institutions, it is necessary to study from 4 to 8 years, such as in medical and legal. In Zamboanga there are 3 important universities. Ateneo de Zamboanga, University of the Western Mindanao, University of Zamboanga. Sites: Boulevard Kawakawa, the park near the sea, convenient for walks and occupations run, the place recovered from morning to evening. Palos Fort is founded in 1635, originally was called the Royal Fortress of San Jose. Now here the National Museum is placed. The island Santa Cruz is known for the beaches with pink sand. 2 large beaches, Bolong, Vista del Mar, and the beach on the lake, Grand de Santa Cruz. Rizal Square, main square of the city where there is a city administration. Entamiento. Abong Abong Park. The National Museum of the City of Zamboanga is located in Pilar's Fort, which was announced by a National Cultural Monument in 1973. Moscow Boulevard. The boulevard turned to the sea with the avenue, serves as the place of walks. The Pasananca Park. This park crosses the picturesque water channel surrounded with dense vegetation. The blossoming plants here 600 types of rare orchids grow. The park is founded in government of the Governor of Mindanao, Sean Pershing, in 1912. For creation of the park, the American experts in landscape gardening design were invited. Small barracks, the location of the American military personnel since 1899 and in the next years. Now, a memorial. Pershing Square is called in honor of John Joseph Pershing, known as Black Jack, 1860-1948, who suppressed a mutiny of Muslim insurgents. Maria Clara Lobreguet's garden is called in honor of M.K. Lobreguet, the former mayor. In a garden, abundance of exotic species of vegetation, rose, an orchid, another. And, besides, rare species of tropical butterflies, bright coloring, and some bird species, parrots, turkeycocks, eagles and others are found and protected here. The modern Cathedral of Immaculate Conception, the new building built on the place of the arrival, founded in 1810, now the main residence of the Archbishop of Zamboanga, in the past the bishop. The new building is built in 1998-2001. Street. Ignatius Loyola's Church. Mosque Talixangay. Serenity Falls. The Yakanska Weavers Center, the center located in community of nationality of Yakan, where fabrics and national clothes are produced. The public hall of the State University of the Western Mindanao is also the museum. Culture. In Zamboanga, several national cultures connected. Traditions of each of the people lodging here are expressed first of all in holidays. For the last 500 years, influence of Malayans and Spaniards strongly affected local cuisine, for example, at the heart of the option Spanish, but with impurity of local elements. Dishes by origin Spanish, what can be met also in the small ancient Spanish towns. However, also local products, tropical origin, are used. The main holiday, Day of Zamboanga, on February 26, is anniversary of assignment to the city of the status, Diplomade, in 1937. The day off. Other holidays have, as a rule, religious character. It is Easter, Sacred Week, the Hermosa Festival, Day of May Flowers and others. These days solemn processions, a flower laying on altars of temples and other similar ceremonies are carried up. Also far. Write comments. Read comments. Interesting people will tell interesting stories. All of good mood and good luck.